Well, hello, welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and welcome to episode number 25 of the Jesus Enrique Rosas show. We have a wonderful show today, and let's get down to it right away. Where are we? Remember that we are live through YouTube on the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, as well as Rumble, the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel, and on X. On X, my longtime account, Kinesics. Remember that if you're on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's a very good idea that you go and create an account on Rumble or X. If you want to access whenever I need to talk about certain topics that you know that YouTube doesn't want them around. So make sure that you create an account on Rumble. Look for it in the description of this video, and an account on X, and we will be ready to go. So let's start. Let's get down to it. And you know that I created an account on Blue Sky. Blue Sky, for those of you who do not know, is the equivalent of X or Twitter, but for liberals that can't stand the toxicity of what is going on Twitter, on X right now. So they needed their own platform, and that is a complete cesspool. And this from Rob Reiner. This is a very good example of what you will find there. The Democratic Party is a party of truth, honesty, and respectability. Republicans are the party of hate, dishonesty, and misinformation. I mean, I'm not gonna be here to defend Republicans. That's maybe that is not my job. You know that I'm my own boss. I just stand for common sense and what is right. So the part that gives me the creeps about this is, how can someone consider that the Democratic Party is truth, honesty, and respectability? How delusional can you be? I mean, you have this is like the perfect complement to having Trump derangement syndrome. But it is what it is. These people cannot be saved. And speaking of people who are going to flock into Blue Sky, we have Allan Lichtman. Allan Lichtman is this professor who had this 13 keys to the White House. There was some kind of formula or template that he used to be good at predicting who was going to win the elections, the presidential elections. He had predicted, like, I don't know since when, but he could not predict, say, 2016 and 2024. And he got very mad about it, and he was mocked. By the way, it says he was mocked not only because of his keys that they seem to not work anymore, but his toupee as well. You know that he's the bitter toupee professor right now. I am done with X. I will be deactivating my account soon. The good news is I will be over on Blue Sky. You can follow me there. Yeah. And by the way, I haven't been banned yet by stating why I stated on that platform, but I'm expecting that to happen anytime soon. One thing, I don't tweet much directly about Donald J. Trump on Truth Social, but this came to my attention. You know that I'm a long-time guitar player, especially electric guitars. I love rock, I love blues, I love heavy metal, thrash metal, and everything in between. And this really caught my attention. Coming soon, the limited edition 45 guitar. Only 1,300 of each acoustic and electric guitars made, some personally signed. I would love to have one that's personally signed. This is nice. It doesn't get more American than this. A bald eagle, the U.S. flag, and Make America Great Again on the fretboard. That is nice. And the 45 is at the, I don't remember how to say this part of the guitar in English. At the mass, you get the 45. And of course, Donald Trump's signature. That is the retail price for this is 10,500 if I remember correctly. But it would be great for any serious musician. At some point, maybe I will go back to playing guitar. I really don't have time right now, but very good memories of music. Insanity. We need to address the insanity of the world. That is you cannot talk about common sense without addressing insanity. It's normal. If you have the cure, if you want to present the cure for an insane world, you have to talk about the insanity of the world in the first place. That's what makes sense. And well, we got, thanks to I meme, therefore I am, we got this. Liberal loony urges other retarded individuals to not support Trump's economy for the next 4 years. So how does it work? Don't support the president's economy. Boycott the president's economy. How do you do that? I'm really curious. Let's see what is her idea of how she can boycott Trump's economy.
So this is my plan for the next 4 years if Donald Trump steps foot in that fucking White House, right?
All right, we are starting out very respectful. The effing White House. It is the effing White House if Kamala Harris was stepping inside of it as well. And that is a food for thought question.
I'm not going to spend a dime. Those that know me know I love to travel, know that I spend lots of money because I love shopping and I love just buying things for other people and such, and I make a good living, right?
Okay. That is nice, I guess. Good for you.
And so, with that being said, that is all going to cease. Because I refuse to put any of my money into Trump's economy.
Wait, so you're saying that you travel, right? You're saying that you travel. All right, so you mean that you travel inside the United States, I guess, because if you travel outside, if you go to, I don't know, Germany, then you will be helping Germany's economy, not the United States. Maybe indirectly, if you are at the airport, maybe you are at JFK airport and you're departing from JFK airport, you're helping the local economy with that. But if you travel outside of the country, you are essentially Trump or any American citizen couldn't care less about what you're doing. You're spending your money. That's nice. You're making money. I don't know what are your means of making money. I don't want to judge by her appearance what I think she does to make money. But let's say that she spends her money whichever way she wants. Only by existing in the United States, you're part of Trump's economy. That's something that might be frustrating for her, but I love to see liberals frustrated. The thing is that they are so dumb that they don't realize it until maybe 7 or 8 years later.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you? The best way for you to fight back is with your money.
Okay, so we go to the White House and begin to roll in our Benjamins and throwing it at the White House? Is that how we fight with our money?
Pay attention to what companies supported him. Do not go there. Okay?
Okay.
You can do the research. You could do this.
Okay, which companies? Which companies supported Trump? Is my question.
I've already started. Walmart's not getting a fucking penny from me.
Walmart supported Trump? I really don't know. Maybe I just missed that throughout the campaign, but I don't remember Walmart supporting Trump. I might be wrong, but just don't go to Walmart, I guess.
You hear what I'm saying to you? They're not getting a fucking penny. I went out of my way to go get cash from the bank to go to a local store over here.
I'm going to give her props for speaking like Cardi B, but without all the swearing, or at least like 90% less swearing. That is something. That is something.
On purpose.
Okay.
And that's the plan going forward. I'm starting now because I'm not playing these games with that motherfucker. I'm not giving his economy shit. You hear what I'm saying? Not a thing.
What? Why do you talk like a black woman if you ain't black, girl? Why do you talk like a black woman? It's my greatest curiosity
I will
right now.
hit you with my money. I will hit you there, hard as can be. I suggest the rest of y'all come up with a plan and start getting this shit figured out now.
All right. So, yes, but that was, I guess this is the kind of economy lessons that you receive when you go to college nowadays. It's not that she's an economy teacher, thank God, but this is the level of stupidity that we need to deal with, but make fun of at the same time. I mean, yesterday's video about this guy, this dude, was so fun. I really needed some cathartic experience, and I just unleashed. You remember that? The best part, I shared that to my ex account. The best part of yesterday's show was unleashing the dick privilege that Sarah McBride says she will use the men's restroom. Okay, she will be forced to use the men's restroom. He will be forced. You know that I can get confused. They, them, I don't care. And I really don't care as well. I might be wrong, or maybe he doesn't have a dick anymore. Okay, wait a second. No, I don't care. I don't care if he has a dick or not anymore. I couldn't care less about that. But it is a fact that I will follow the rules as outlined by Speaker Johnson, even if I disagree with them. Well, there you are. A win against the insanity of the world. But there are warriors out there that are crazy as fuck, like this lady, which I know that I will have a lot of trouble with her in the near future, if not right now. Representative AOC on banning males from female bathrooms endangers girls of all kinds. And sometimes, you know that at some point we thought that AOC was pregnant, and she was like, her pregnancy was moving her towards, more righty and conservative ideas. That is not happening. That seems that it's not happening. She lost all that glow. She lost all that. Maybe she got a call from Barack. And hey, stop that nonsense. Stop asking those questions. Nobody has to listen to those questions. And she went back completely unhinged to, well, say that girls of all kinds are going to be at risk because we are not allowing men with dongs into women's restrooms.
It's disgusting, and everybody, no matter how you feel on this issue, should reject it completely. What are they doing?
No matter what you feel about this issue, you should reject it. So if I feel that I should accept that, I should reject it either way. That doesn't make sense. You know, well, oh my God.
Completely. What are they doing? They're doing this so that Nancy Mace can make a buck and send a text and fundraise off an email. They're not doing this to protect people. They're endangering women. They're endangering girls of all kinds. And everybody should reject it. It's gross. Thank you.
And she just goes back. She doesn't want to answer.
Everybody should reject it. It's gross. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me. I'm gonna freeze. I'm gonna freeze the second that she makes the craziest. All right, I'm going to freeze so we can talk about AOC just like that. I'm telling you, I had fun with Meghan Markle at some point, but not even Meghan had this crazy face. Meghan has some, experience with the crazy faces, especially when the mask goes off. But there's no mask in here. We need to make it clear. There's no mask when it comes to AOC. This is full on crazy eyes, and well, she means it. My idea, my hope is that AOC is a strong candidate for 2028. So, but for obvious reasons. And I sincerely hope that they keep pushing those identity politics, the DEI, the trans agenda. Go ahead. And of course, the killing babies part. That I think they should not double down. I think they should triple down on that. Go ahead and try to defend as many illegal immigrants as you can. That's gonna come out good. That's gonna come out nice. Please go ahead. I advise you as a political advisor that is gonna be a winning strategy, dear Democrats and liberals. I'm sure that will work out nicely. Let's see. What else do we have? What is this wall of text? What is this? Yeah, we were talking about men in women's restrooms. Now let's talk about women in combat. Because we need to be very real. We need to say things like they are. That biology, if you don't understand biology or you try to go against biology, biology will slap you in the face. And I'm not going to tell you with what is biology going to slap you in the face, but Mrs. Dodo Driver has a point. They are attacking Pete Hegseth for saying women shouldn't be in combat with men. As a woman who has a combat action ribbon and was in Fallujah, Iraq, when we attacked Fallujah in 2004, I couldn't agree more with Pete. I did masonry and carpentry and was one of only 2 women who did my job. I could physically see how different the men were when me and my best girl friend joined them outside the wire to do our jobs. I'm very proud of my service, but I'm not proud that my presence made the men I love dearly not mission ready, because they were worried about keeping me safe instead of being focused on the mission. Women don't belong in combat with men, and I experienced it firsthand. Let the hate flow now. This is something that I have tried to say in many ways. Of course, I tiptoed around this subject because I was not really talking about the cultural war, or was not focused on the cultural war or identity politics or the gender war, all this stuff. But since I came out of this closet and began to just saying things that go through my mind, yes, there's a difference in biology. And for example, it is laughable that a woman could be a firefighter at the same time. Because if I pass out because of a smoke, I want a huge guy to be able to carry me like I was just a sack of potatoes quite easily. A woman would have a lot less stamina, a lot less resistance in any by any measure possible. And that's why we were talking about John Oliver the other day, and my show was blocked by YouTube unless I removed the John Oliver part. Thanks, John Oliver. You're such a cocksucker in so many levels. That I really despise your legacy, and especially the way that you say that, it doesn't matter that boys are competing with the girls, because the amount of boys, or trans girls as he calls them, is negligible. Yeah, it might be negligible. There are very few of them, but those few are earning all the medals, are just destroying women's sports. You don't just need 0.1% of them to be in women's sports, and they're gonna absolutely destroy podiums and medals and competitions and the work of millions of girls and women who want to compete fairly. And it's insanity. This is something that we need to fight back. I love women. I've always said that. I think women are the most delicate, exquisite, beautiful, wonderful invention, creation of God. And that's why we have to defend them, defend you, my lovely female body language bodies. Why? Because I think that is what we are hardwired for. I think men are hardwired to provide and protect. And I get backlash. Oh, we don't need protection. All right. You might say that you don't need protection. That is until your neighborhood is invaded by the illegal immigrants, right? Right? But it's not like every man will stand up for you, because that would be a lie. Only a few men will stand up and, well, say, this is enough. This insanity is enough, and defend you. We also have this commentary about the same topic. They use this because it's the only thing that they think they have on him after looking incredibly stupid by calling him a white supremacist for simply having Christian tattoos. They only attack him because he's aligned with Trump. And Mrs. the driver answers, I know. I just wanted to back up what Pete said with first-hand experience. So there's some pushback on their lies. And Jalise Middleton says, I have stated this from the beginning. Counsel PTSD men and you will hear how they felt they were double duty if a woman was present. God designed them to be protectors and providers. That's how we roll. That's how men and women work. We protect women. It's as simple as that. This is a fact of life. This is a fact of biology. And this is a matter of honor for men. And if you're a man and you disagree with this, you're simply not a man. Stop watching this. Go away. I don't want you to subscribe and follow me or anything. Go away. It's that simple. And Mrs. Derek Driver says, I major in psychology after my service. I hate what women in combat has done to my brothers. I'm speaking up for them. They deserve better. This is the kind of things that we need to address every now and then on my show. And trigger warning. The next screen can be, triggering for some audiences. Stand back from your mobile phone or stand back from your TV. I know that so many of you are watching my show from on the TV. But here it goes. Dear Democrats, I have an idea for 2028. When Walz? Why when? Because, well, she was one of the few who had an eloquent way of saying things. Have actual public speaking, and how she spoke in a way that libtards could understand with no problem. Turn the page. You know that repeating, saying things slowly, repeating things 3 times. That is good when you have room temperature IQ. You can understand. Turn the page. That would be perfect, because then there would be no problem, like with Kamala Harris, that nobody understood what she said with all that psychobabble and all that gibbledygook. I don't know. There's so many words that to say about that, to describe what Kamala did. And no, I think when is the way to go? When is the way to go? And I'm going to tell you. I want to stress how important it is that men protect women. We have this break-in. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's assistant was robbed, attacked by an illegal immigrant, with 5 arrests since 2023. In 1 year, this, guess the nationality. I have to say it. This sucker, this scum, this vermin is Venezuelan. He has ties to, the Tren de Aragua as well. I'm telling you, we're going to see more and more of this up to January 20th. Right now, Tren de Aragua is in 16 states of the United States. My bet is that all the way to January 20th, they're going to be in more than 40 states of the country. So, at least in New York, I don't know. I don't see how this is going to be stopped. I don't see how this is going to be stopped. And of course, taxpayers are paying for his hotel, for his food, for his mobile phone, for his clothes, for everything. How is this a thing? How are people going insane? And how? I don't know if these are real numbers, but it's my understanding that Manhattan is like 99% blue. When are they going to wake up? I wonder, when are they going to wake
Brandon
up?
Somoza being led out of the Midtown South Precinct on West 35th Street this morning.
It's like he's mocking. He feels like a rock star. That is the idea. I'm telling you. He's having fun because he knows that he's going to be on the street in no time again.
Police say at about 2 a.m. Sunday, he robbed a 38-year-old woman in the hallway of her Hell's Kitchen apartment building. He allegedly grabbed her purse, cell phone, and bank cards, and also performed a lewd act.
Yeah, model citizen. This is the kind of people that Alejandro Mayorkas, which we will be talking about today, has led inside the country and let roam for free. And all these judges who are extremely corrupt, and I don't know which other word I have for them, they just release these people over and over again, and nobody thinks of deporting them. That is the Biden-Harris administration for you. Not only they want to force the world into World War III, but they want to create this chaos inside the country, in every state. In every state. They want to San Francisco every city in the country.
The victim is a Manhattan assistant DA. She was not injured. Police traced her stolen cell phone to a hotel on West 45th Street, which led them to believe the suspect is a migrant, and they were able to track him down. Somoza was arrested just last night. Police say he was using drugs on the street and had stolen items with him. Police believe he is part of Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan gang that has preyed on people in Times Square and Central Park.
I really wish that Venezuela was, mentioned in a better light, by all means. But I can't help but address this, telling the things how they are about the country. And I already told you what is going on with our country, and we are expecting what is going to happen on January 10. The United States has January 20. It's going to be a great day. Ours is going to be January 10th, in which, by all measures, what we are seeing right now, well, it's not like it's going to be a change of Maduro to the legitimate winner of past elections in July. That's, I don't know. Let's say that unless they raise the bounty on Maduro's head, nothing's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe I should talk about Eric Prince at some point. The connection of Eric Prince, Maria Corina Machado, Nicolas Maduro. That is important. That's why I think it's relevant that Marco Rubio is going to be Secretary of State. All right. So this is a violent crime in Manhattan from 2005 and 2024. You see what happened from 2020. Oh, right. This was like a breaking point from 2020. What happened? It just blew up. Literally blew up. The crime. Violent crime in Manhattan. We need to fix this. And not only for Manhattan, but for every single area, city, county in the United States. We have this, but the problem is that the people in charge don't want to cooperate. They don't want to cooperate at all. The FBI and DHS leaders won't testify publicly about national security threats before the Senate. I don't know how this works. The Senate says that you have to testify, and you can just say no. I mean, I have no idea how that works. You can just say no, and that's okay. It's, oh no, I'm not going to testify. I'm not going to go there. Is that simple? The leaders of the FBI, blah, 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 their choice to not provide a public testimony about their department's efforts to address wide-ranging national security threats robs the American people of critical information and the opportunity for public accountability of what the federal government is doing to keep Americans safe. And it's so easy. Oh, I will not testify, and that's it. I will not testify. I would not say anything. I would not answer questions. I think that is immoral in many ways. A new massive migrant caravan left Tapachula in southern Mexico this morning and is now heading towards the U.S. border. How nice! A journalist on the ground reports everyone wants to reach the U.S. before Trump takes office, who has threatened to tighten the county's immigration policies. But they are going to be let in. All those people are going to let in. What should we do about this guy? What should we do about this guy? This guy must answer for his crimes. And the Laken Riley case has details so grim and so upsetting, and we need to address that. We need to address the Laken Riley case, and thanks to, go forward here, Senator Josh Hawley on Laken Riley's murderer. The following things, if you already literally hated Alejandro Mayorkas, this is going to be at least double after this. Mayorkas, I'm going to read his words here. Mayorkas illegally paroled Laken Riley's killer into the U.S. He had a criminal record. He then committed a crime against a child in New York. Laken Riley's murderer. No prosecution. I mean, this is insane. I mean, one thing, this is insanity of men pretending to just plain drag. Okay, that is one level of insanity. This is another, just another level of insanity. He commits a crime against a child. He is not prosecuted. It's expunged. In fact, he got a work permit. After that crime against a child in New York City, he got a work permit. He was illegal. He committed a crime in New York City against a child. Who was not prosecuted, and he got a work permit. How does that work? I want to know, how does that work? He got a work permit, and then he killed Laken. Mayorkas knew all of this. He lied. He actively lied about it. In November, get this, in November, Jose Ibarra files an application for employment authorization. And unbelievably, on December 9, 2023, it's approved. Crimes expunged. Absolutely insane. This is something that, how this happens in this country, this is, I have no words. I mean, my English vocabulary is not that, that is quite limited, but I don't have any words for this. This is evil. Again, I would say that these are animals. But at least some animals can be cruel, but it's not the norm. No, these are demons that we are dealing with. And I don't care where they come from. I don't care if they were my neighbors back in Venezuela. I couldn't care less. Remember what was the name of the Metallica's first album? I always will make reference to Metallica's first album, just in case. I'm going to just show you here. Before we watch this video, I want because I know that so many of you might not know. Maybe you are not fans of Metallica, But I always say that what you should do, what should be done in the United States, has to do with that first Metallica album. No, it's not Master of Puppets. It's not Master of Puppets. It's this one. It's this one. This is what should be done. This is my opinion. And you know why I cannot say that out loud. Maybe on Rumble, on X, I can say it. But yes, the death penalty is something that should be the norm in these cases. It's something that is common sense. Just kill them. It's that simple. And now he has Laken Riley's murderer is gonna have a free food and a room for life, paid for taxpayer money.
Expunged. Nothing is done to this guy. He had a criminal record to start with. He's in the country on illegal grounds. You have falsely and illegally allowed him in. He commits a crime against a child. He's not prosecuted. It's expunged. In November, get this, in November, Ibarra files an application for employment authorization. And unbelievably, on December the 9th, 2023, it's approved. So this is your policies in action, Mr. Secretary. A criminal is permitted into this country on grounds flatly not permitted, flatly contradictory to the statute. He commits a crime against a child, and then he gets a work permit. He gets a work permit. You want to know why all of the jobs in the last 2 or 3 years have gone to illegal migrants? Working people in this country can't get a job.
This is something that it's even more baffling. People, American citizens that want a job, and illegal migrants who commit crimes are getting work permits, are literally stealing jobs from those who have the right to those jobs. I'm going to say stealing. I don't care. Oh, but if you're willing to do, no. You don't get a work permit. You get nothing. You don't get a shelter. You don't get food. You don't get a mobile phone. You don't get clothes. You don't get a work permit. If you are illegally in the country, by definition, you are a criminal. You are a criminal just for the sake that you enter the country, not through the port of entry. You are already a criminal. And he committed a crime against a child. And people still wonder why Kamala Harris lost elections. And Democrats still wonder, Democrats still have this kind of opinions. The Democratic Party is a party of truth, honesty, and respectability. Those are just snakes. Those are just monsters. Those are people who despise, hate the United States, hate the American people. They want to see the country destroyed. I don't know what level of, bitterness they have. I don't know where does all that bitterness comes from. But it's an illness. These people are sick. Democrats, liberals, these people are, and they wonder why so many people are just flocking to maybe not become Republicans. But so many of them said, I don't like Donald Trump. I hate Donald Trump, but I know that he's the one for this job. That is greatest common sense that anyone can have.
Into this country on grounds flatly not permitted, flatly contradictory to the statute. He commits a crime against a child, and then he gets a work permit. He gets a work permit. You want to know why all of the jobs in the last 2 or 3 years have gone to illegal migrants? Working people in this country can't get a job. Their unemployment rate's high. Why? Because of things like this. And then what's he do? Well, we all know. Then in February, he commits the heinous crime against Laken Riley.
I really want to make this show entertaining in many ways, but we need to address these kind of things. And we need to ask why. What drives millions of people to vote for this? Is that level of brainwashing? So what level of brainwashing is that? Because you need to understand that 74 million people, if I remember correctly, 74 million people voted for Kamala Harris. That is bad. That is concerning. And so many people are so out of their minds, are so crazy, are so deranged, that they still defend the illegal immigration system. They still defend the open borders. They still defend what is going on inside the United States. They still say that white privilege is real, that systemic racism and all that division stuff. And the only way forward is being united, yes, but it should have some kind of terms. That these people should not be able to do this kind of horrible crimes. And I'm not only talking about Laken Riley's murderer. I'm talking about Alejandro Mayorkas, who is a criminal. I couldn't care less but about what anybody says. This is criminal. Knowing all this, allowing all this. Maybe he's like, the Nazis at the end of World War II. I was just following orders. No, I'm pretty sure that guy has the face. That guy has the face of someone who enjoys this kind of things. That guy has the face of someone who enjoys this kind of things. Physiognomy is real, and it's a sadist who enjoys all this. And we already analyzed a couple interviews. We already analyzed a couple interrogations. I don't remember what is the name at the Senate, and you know that the guy can be asked directly about Biden's policies about open borders, and he says, "Oh, I don't like your characterizations of Biden's." No, it isn't Biden's website. It's the White House website. It is written right there. And that is your opinion. No, that is the kind of hypocrites. That is the kind of snakes, demons that are running the United States into the ground, and they will keep doing that until all the way until the very moment of January 20th.
Is this a record that you are proud of?
Senator, you've misstated some facts.
I have read from the parole file, which you have said you don't recall, don't have, you miscited. I'm reading from it. It is right here.
Notice the words that he uses. You have misstated some facts. There's always this, oh, you did not understand correctly, or you're distorting reality. You are not. That is your opinion. No, this is not an opinion. This is from the document itself.
Into the record. And the reason is you have lied repeatedly to Congress and to the American people about this. They deserve to know. And the only way they're going to know is if I tell them. I've just told them. It's in the record now. I've read it verbatim from the parole file. Verbatim. I just want to know, why did you change your story so often? Why didn't you just answer honestly to Congressman Bishop and Senator Britt?
Senator, I am confident that justice will be vindicated in the criminal prosecution.
He's not answering the question, of course. What is his answer?
Confident that justice will be vindicated.
I'm confident that justice will be vindicated. That is not an answer. He's eluding that question. He's avoiding that question like the plague.
Vindicated in the criminal prosecution of the case.
Well, hopefully he'll get more of a trial than you got. Otherwise, there'll be no justice for anyone at all.
There will be no justice. We want justice. And we absolutely want justice for Laken Riley. And at least there's a light ahead. There's one line ahead. Incoming borders are, oh man, if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. We'll be moving on to those who may not be a criminal, may not be a fugitive, but they enter this country illegally, which is a crime. It is that simple. Oh, you cannot. No. It's imagine. Let's listen to his words, and then I will have some thoughts about this.
But if you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. I mean, we've been looking for fugitives. There's over 1 million illegal aliens in this country who got due process at great taxpayer expense, were ordered removed by a judge, and failed to leave. So they're also a priority. But yeah, I mean, we'll be moving on to those who may not be a criminal, may not be a fugitive, but they enter this country illegally, which is a crime, and they're here illegally, and they are not off the table. I want to be clear on that.
Well, one word to Mr. Tom Homan. This is my advice to Mr. Tom Homan. I'm going to tell you how this is going to unfold. This is going to unfold the following way. Every single city, county, or every single one of this. How to say this? City or county control, that is blue, controlled by the Democrats, they will make sure to make your job as hard as possible. Because as Elon Musk has said many times, the plan of the Democrats is to turn every state, especially swing states, blue. And once they turn every swing state into blue, they will essentially control the elections. And once they control the elections, well, it doesn't matter the elections at all. It doesn't matter if you have paper ballots. It doesn't matter because you will make sure. That's why Kamala Harris stressed so much not on the deportation. Kamala Harris, not even once, maybe once. I'm going to be fair. Once, like 1 week before the elections, she said the words deportations. She didn't say the word criminals, by the way, but she said the word deportations once in her 100th day campaign. But the idea, and this was in her speeches all over and over again, was the speedy path to citizenship. They wanted those immigrants to become citizens as quickly as possible. And of course, you know that still the law requires that you are a resident in the United States for 5 years, right? Maybe they were going to try to pass some kind of legislation to shorten that. We don't know, but they absolutely wanted to turn every swing state into a blue state. And then nothing would matter anymore. The San Francisfication, maybe I could say San Francisfication of the United States will be well underway, and it could be in 4 or 5 years. All the United States like San Francisco. Then that would be the worst tragedy in the history of the United States. And why would these people do that? Because of control. Chaotic society full of fentanyl and crime, unfettered crime, it's easier to control. But luckily, we are in this timeline thanks to this guy. And it's funny that at some point, Elon Musk wanted to bail out of buying Twitter. He didn't want to buy it. I'm going to use all my attorneys to not buy Twitter. We know how it went in the end. He had to look for some people to help him out with the $44 billion. And in the end, he bought Twitter. And everybody thought, so many people thought that this was going to be a bad move, that it was going to be money bleeding, that this is going to be the end of him as an entrepreneur, and of course the end of Twitter. And it was not the end of Twitter. It was the start of X, which again, it's, let's say it's not as a catchy name as Twitter, but the problem is that the name Twitter was already tainted by decades of, not decades, years of censorship, senseless censorship, and, well, being the logo blue, you already know that. What was the bias in that? So being able to see the news in real time, being able to access the news in real time helped a lot. And this Time magazine cover was really interesting. I found this really interesting, how Elon Musk became a kingmaker. And it was like this, this list, this bullet list, electric vehicles, become richest man by Twitter. Again, this is not like these were his goals. It's like he has this passion to make life interplanetary and make life better, and we be able to live science fiction, launch rockets, bring rocket back, implant human brain chip. This is a contentious topic. I would be willing to implant a chip in my brain and be able to like switch on and off the Xbox with my play Diablo and Doom Eternal with my brain. Why not? Get Trump elected. Do you think that Elon Musk got Trump elected? That sounds like he used his space race to do some kind of techno sorcery shenanigans, and they stole the elections. No, that didn't happen. People went and voted for Trump, and Trump won the popular vote, worked from Mar-a-Lago, and the following two that are still to be done, that we are really eager to see this, /2 trillion and fly to Mars. You know that I also have an obsession with Mars. I want to go to Mars, and I want to have the energy and not only the energy, but and I hope that it's safe, of course, because it's gonna be. Elon Musk is really clear about this. People are gonna die. It's gonna be dangerous. It's one of the most dangerous things. But in every exploration that we have undertook as humanity and civilization, all around the globe, people have died. It's natural. We are facing the unknown, so people are gonna die. I remember that Joshua Lysak, my ghostwriter friend, who wrote on humans, he proposed Elon a book that could be called "How to Die in Mars" or "Die on Mars." And of course, not upon impact. Of course, like the idea is not to die upon impact, is to live there and ultimately die there. But crazy things. I also have those crazy ideas. Big fan of Isaac Asimov, Carl Sagan, Philip K. Dick, all this science fiction. Always been a huge fan of science fiction since I was a kid, and being able to live through it is a big rush. But what is next on his to-do list? Next on his to-do list is that we get to expose people like this. She still belongs in jail. The passion in my heart got the best of me, and I apologize again. Bucks County Commissioner Diane Ellis Marsiglia said in front of a fire crowd of a county meeting. Why? Because people push back. Where? On X. What happened? A Democratic election official. Oh, Democratic. How? Why? I'm not surprised. A Democratic election official in Pennsylvania offered an impassioned apology Wednesday for claiming precedent by a court doesn't matter anymore in this country. So it is fine to do illegal things. That is the translation. It is fine to do illegal things. It is fine to be a criminal. Well, we have seen how they treat criminals in New York City. So I'm not surprised about this, to justify counting about 600 faulty ballots in defiance of a state Supreme Court rulings. The passion in my heart got the best of me, and I apologize again for that. Bucks County Commissioner, then blah, 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 blah. I made a mistake, and because I am an elected official, I am held to a far higher standard. No, I'm going to tell you why and how you are held to a higher standard. If we didn't have X, if we didn't have Rumble, nobody would find out about this. This would be swept under the rug. This would be essentially censored. And this is the thing that hurts them the most. This is the thing that hurts them the most. They cannot hide anymore. We can expose them in front of millions. And that is nice. That power of the people, that actual power of the people is nice. We're going to finish with this thought by J.E. May, Duchess Marmalade, which is about the Pentagon not being able to do a proper audit of their budget. The reason the Pentagon can't pass an audit is by design. It isn't accidental. It isn't even incompetence. They simply don't want to have a system where all their expenditures can be traced by an auditor. They don't want the auditor, I don't know how to say that, to know what they are doing. They don't want you to know. Let me see how to say that. Auditor. They simply don't want to have a system that all their expenditures can be traced by an auditor. They don't want the auditor to know what they are doing. They don't want you to know. That is the secrecy they're looking for, and that's what we are fighting. We are fighting against that. We had a super chat from, oh my God, Samantha. Check the chat. What was going on with the chat, Samantha? What was going on with the chat? What was going on with the chat? Oh my God. Let me see. What was going on with the Jesus, we are freaking out here. Why were you freaking out? What was going on? What was happening? Did I do something wrong? I don't know. Okay, what? Matt Gaetz. Everybody's saying Matt Gaetz. What? Everybody's saying Matt Gaetz. Why everybody saying Matt Gaetz? Oh, right. It was 28 minutes ago. Okay, we need to... Oh, maybe I could do a video about this. Sorry about that. I just got carried away. I usually have an eye on this break-in 28 minutes ago. Yeah, 28 minutes ago. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you for this. Matt Gaetz withdraws himself from being Trump's attorney general. Pig says his confirmation was becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump transition. I appreciate the thoughtful feedback and the incredible support of so many. While the momentum was strong, it's clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition. There's no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I will be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's Department of Justice must be in place and ready on day one. Wow. Well, this was out of left field. Samantha, thank you. Thank you for that. Um, oh, by the way, you can check. Make sure that you check your messages on X. Maybe we can communicate through there because you're a mod here. Do me a favor and check your messages on X. That could help. That could help. Let me see. Maybe you can check. You can help me. I usually have. Jean Cartier was the first one who broke that news in the chat. I need to, I don't know, I maybe cross my eyes to have one eye on the camera and one on the chat. This is the kind of things, but well, at least maybe I should have. You know that I usually make some kind of pauses when I'm doing this show. I do this kind of pauses. I'm going to make a video about this. I'm going to make a video about this. You need a bad phone. Yeah, I need a bad phone. My phone was I need some kind. Let me figure that out. Let me figure that out. I need a yes, I need a bad phone. Oh my God. Well, I'm gonna let's do something. By the way, I need to end today's show a bit early today. But again, I'm going to try to solve that stuff. I'm going to try to sort that out. Maybe every 10 minutes or so, I can check on the live chat and I can check what's going on, and you tell me, hey, Jesus, check the chat. I saw that somebody sent a super chat, but I said, well, I'm going to read the super chats at the end. Maybe I could be more improving my show over and over again. This is the kind of thing that's, I want to say the things that happen in real time. But again, this is all for not only for your entertainment, but to keep you informed of the latest developments. And thank you everyone in the chat screaming. And yes, I got moderators. One thing is moderator. Yeah, maybe I need a producer, Christina NYC. Maybe I need a producer to tell me, hey, this is happening, and banging on the window like this. Last second stuff. But well, my body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Until we meet tomorrow on episode 26, remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.